Everybody, we're back with more Punch Club, and I guess I'm the champion now. I just kind of did it on accident. Well, I mean, not on accident, but I wasn't really paying attention. It just kind of happened. Let's see if I can beat this guy too. But I guess this game is, I hope I'm getting towards the end, because they just said I'm the champion of that league or whatever. Maybe it's just that league though, and there's gonna be, oh, this guy, he beats me every time. And, but he gave me enough to get better, so. What was I gonna get? I got Exhauster, so now I need a slot for Exhauster. Which one in here? I could get that one, or I could get this one. I guess this one technically unlocks Long Timer in case I want it, so that's the better choice, I'm thinking. I've got to talk to the Don, see what he wants. Something about a big fight. I didn't pay the most attention. I want to participate in the big fight. Yeah, okay. You've seen my pro card. I'm ready to go. Very well. Go to the gym and prepare yourself. Fortunately, you've broken your leg on the way home. What? What? So they just needed that for a story point, so they just break my leg? That's just... You can even give a reason for it? I'll be there. I'll just go to the Chinese guy. You don't have to fight for me. What is... This story is so contrived and... Like, am I supposed to care about this? He didn't need to do that. Is he dead? What is... This is... Is this supposed to be a joke? Like, you could've... Most of the game, nothing's happening. You could've, you know, dragged that story out over a longer period of time, made it a little more natural. You just... That was out of note, and now I'm in Russia. What? I don't understand. This is... Okay. This is what we're doing. Does anyone care about any of this? Yeah, I'm ready. I'm more than ready. Beat the local fighters. Oh, do I have to build my way up through in Russia now too? Yeah, I'm ready to fight. And since when did my leg being broken stop me before? The leg being broken doesn't affect fighting. Should choose your skills. Oh, right, I have a new one. Yes. This should make me a little bit better, technically. Oh yes, dude, he's out of energy already. That's actually pretty good. Okay, that was a good fight. Deserves to live on in verse. Oh yeah? And when you say that, do you mean it's going to, or... Oh. Okay. Oh. I guess I should heal? I guess I'll eat to heal. Neither of these heal you. What's out here? Is this, oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm good. Well, this is interesting, at least. It's kind of bare bones, and really it's no different than anything else. Ready in a couple of days. Well, what else am I supposed to do? There's nothing here. Yeah, I can work out, or I can sleep. I guess I'm gonna sleep to get my health back up. Also, I can't use the potions anymore. I was gonna start doing that before the fights. At least they may have an accurate Russia. Or at least what I imagine. I mean, when I think of Russia, I think definitely a wood cabin with a AK and those dolls. Although honestly, this looks a little bit more like northwestern U.S. If I'm being really honest. Especially the is that a thing in Russia? Moose heads on the wall. I thought that seems kind of like an American thing to me. Maybe I just haven't traveled enough. Oh, so the food just kind of builds up like this. Also, the stove, you sleep on the stove. That's pretty smart. Having the bed sort of built into the stove so that you're like warmer. That makes sense. How much does this do? Okay. Maybe it's too, yeah, it's too much. Whatever. Can I fight now? There, okay, cool. Friend of mine, he's not a fighter, he's a philosopher. But, then why? Whatever. Let's, I don't care. Just beat him up, please. Oh, come on. Just beat him up, please. I don't want to play this game anymore. Please. Ugh. Well, what am I supposed to do now? Because, like, if I'm not good enough, say, you know, right? Like, I just lost against that guy. I can go to the gym, but I can't. Well, I can't go to the gym. I can go outside and train, but I can't use the potions. And I think if I just use one strength potion, I could beat him, or even one agility, one anything. You know, I could hit him more with one agility. So I can either train, but I can't train faster, or I can get skill points, but I can't just spar because there's no one here to spar. Like, this is, the game has actually, I think, gotten worse. He has Sputnik on the wall. Well, I'm not ready to fight. I just want to see if, yeah, okay. I guess will my health go up automatically if I'm just doing other stuff? What does this increase? I guess I need to get my strength up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, any of these getting higher would probably help. It's a soldier. Oh my god, this is gonna take so long. And I can't even, like, travel around or do other things in the middle of it. I'm just stuck in Russia. Am I close to the end? Oh no. Distant lands, though. That's gotta be this, right? I'm on day 99. It should be over tomorrow. I was promised a 100-day game. Oh. Seriously, though, what? Is there something that does just strength? What does this do? Probably wood cutting. How does that not increase strength? How do pull-ups not increase strength? How does wood chopping not increase strength? What bizarro world are we living in now? Russia's not, they don't, you know, change the laws of workouts. There's nothing that focuses on just strength. So yeah, the gym is worse. I have a lot less options. I mean, literally, all I can do now is wait. They've taken away all my options. You know what? See, it's not, that is not sitting right with me. Okay, come on, let's go. Could you imagine how short this game would be if you could skip this stuff? It'd probably be an hour long, if even. And I mean, the parts that were left wouldn't be amazing, I don't think. I guess rest for this fight. Like, this training is going to take so long that the only real difference that's going to happen with these fights is if I just lose the fight so many times I get more skills, which would take a long time. Because like the game said, skills are more important. Or I just get lucky one time. And I'm hoping for that. I'm hoping I'd get lucky. Yeah, come on. Cross your fingers. Okay, good hit. Good hit. Okay, just 2 more of those. 2 more hits like that. Okay, this is going better, I think. Give me a good hit. There we go. One more hit. One more hit. One more hit. Oh. Why? Back to training. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Do what, you might ask, because I'm not doing anything. My hand isn't even on the... Well, okay, now it is. Wasn't even on the mouse, you know? I'm literally not playing the game. And then I click once, and now my interaction is done for a few minutes. And we just get to watch this guy work out. And honestly, those story things are... That was bad. This is... I'm repeating myself, but I am hating this game now. Like every second of this, I'm getting closer and closer to just saying, fuck this game. I'm playing Way of the Samurai. It's getting real close. Okay, my strength is up to 14. That's something. Maybe I can win that fight now. I'm hoping I can win that fight, and then the next one will be easy. For some reason, because they seem to do that. It just, like, depending on what type of guy you're against, it's harder, easier or harder. I mean, let's see. I guess I should rest all the way. Although then my stats might go down, like they just did. Ugh. Okay, well that means I need to work out more. I need to, I mean... I don't mean to complain. But, I have some complaints. I think they're fair. I think this is just not a good game. And there's only so many times I can run this man... I can watch this man run back and forth with a bear chasing him before it's just... I mean, it wasn't even that funny the first time. Okay. Eat. Sleep. Rinse. Repeat. Back down. Okay, working out again. It takes so much time to heal when you're sleeping, because before I could just eat pizza, right? When I was in the town, I could just buy some pizza, eat it, and then my health would go up. But now I actually have to spend time to heal, and it takes so long to heal when you're sleeping that you lose the stats faster than you're getting them. Like, this is a case where I agree with these people who said the stat decay was terrible, because now it's actually, like, making this take, like, twice as long as it needs to. Although, maybe that was intentional? Oh my god, are you watching this? Look at how long this is going to take. I was going to say, maybe it's intentional, because maybe they had... This is possible. This is a theory. Maybe their game was... They made the game, and it was fine. There weren't a lot of these glaring problems, but it was like an hour long, 2 hours, 3 hours, and they're like, well, we can't make a game that's only 2 or 3 hours. Let's just make it longer. Let's just add bullshit. Let's add in... Remember how before the fights just auto-finished? Let's have them drag out for full, you know, minutes and minutes. And let's make it so when you sleep, you have to sit there and watch them sleep. And let's have a level where we take away most of the options, so you're just waiting even longer than what you were before. And then everyone, yeah, great idea. Okay. Okay. Just... And of course, now it's easy. Now it's just... simple. Earn my respect? Yeah, I know. Patience. That's what you know about your... Okay, okay. Wise man, but he loved you and your brother too much. Really. His love cost him his life. Okay, more cutscenes. We swore to protect the medallion. We all knew of its power. father decided it would be a good idea to use it. Okay. He loved you and your brother. He decided to split the medallion into 2 halves. Also, who's my brother? He still doesn't come up. Is that's going to be the big twist at the end? I fight my brother? Is my brother dead? Can I give a powerful medallion to children? We don't even know if the split medallion will work. I mean... I just don't care. John was accused of killing your father. The police found his fingerprints on the... Who's John? Is John my brother? Mick took the medallion. I remember Mick. Moved to the far side of the world. Or am I thinking of someone else? He had no enemies. None. Really? Not. Someone shot him. It'd be... I need to fight a bear. Okay. Whatever. It's not... Fine. Oh, I gotta wait, though. Did he say my opponent's not ready? It's a bear. There's a bear outside. I just saw one. I guess I'll train for a while to pass the time. We must be close. The even Grief, or whatever that guy's name is, that must be the last fight, right? It's gotta be. I mean, I know there's all these unanswered questions about my father or whatever. I don't care, and I hope that the developers were just like, they won't remember. And normally that'd be bad. But in this case, please just leave those open-ended plot. You know, please, I'm begging you. New music though. Let's look on the bright side. It's new music. It sounds okay. It's kind of repetitive. One of the weaker tracks, definitely. A weak track for a weak section of the game. Hopefully a short section of the game. Just like it's a short track, it seems to loop pretty quickly. Or maybe you just notice it more because it's a pretty simple song. I mean, listen to it. Yeah, there's not much going on there. It's just... Okay, I just realized it's just slightly different Tetris. Okay. Fine. Slightly clever. Okay, you gotta chuckle. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay. Still that's still a minus though. I'll give you a plus because it's a little more clever than most of your nods. It's still another nod though, and I gotta mark that down and say like, okay, another example of how they're just self-referential. Not self-referential. Literally the opposite of self-referential. They are referential. Soon. Yeah, or they just reference other things because the thing they have isn't good enough. At least that's sort of the impression you get when you have to keep talking about other things. It's... What else is there to talk about? I mean, this game is just... It's hard to talk about other things because this game is like clouding my judgment. I'm just like getting angry now. Okay, a bear. Surprisingly, I should be able to win this. I assume he has a pretty similar setup to me since he's literally a bear and I use Way the Bear, and I have better strength than him. So, hopefully. Also, he's invisible again, and now he's back. Okay, the bear's the easiest fight I've done so far. Okay, I mean, fine. Oh, that was a small bear. Is it now a big bear? Okay. Okay, this has got to be it, right? Now we're gonna get to the end. I guess I'll grab this. No, I was gonna grab, Reckham, but that's 2 things away. Technically 3, because I need an active skill. And I'm hoping there's not that much time left in the game, so let's just get strength training higher. Can I fight, please? Why make me wait? Just let me do it. Okay, let's get my strength up to 15, I guess. It's not that much faster, I don't think. I'm trying to like almost calm myself down now, because every second of this is just painful, and I'm hoping this is the last fight. Oh, speaking of a different topic, I did get the Zelda name wrong last time. It's Breath of the Wild. It's not Breath of the Wind. Breath of the Wild sounds better, honestly, but that shows how much I know about upcoming video games. Probably the most look forward to that stat decay. Probably the game most look forward. How my English is not working for me right now. The game that most people are looking forward to, you know, the most anticipated. There's the word I'm looking for. Finally, the most anticipated game right now, and I don't even know what it's called. So. Clearly, you should listen to my opinions about video games. I am in the loop. I know what I'm talking about. The things I say are relevant. And I'm not just bitter. I mean, I think we can accept all of those things. Let me fight, please. Okay, tomorrow. I guess let's get our strength up. If I could have fought just then, I would have just fought and not worried about the strength. Although, I hope I don't lose. Yeah, I mean, if this is the last fight in the game, and I'm assuming it is, because this is kind of, I mean, like, obviously, this entire section, oh my god, never mind. I'm not getting that up to 15. But this entire section is just a nod to Rocky. So I'm, you know, I'm hoping it's the, okay, fine. I'm hoping it's like the big fight like in Rocky, where the whole movie is kind of a build-up to that fight in Russia. I'm hoping that's kind of the similar thing we have here. The whole game is a build-up to this fight. So, you know. So I'm hoping this is the end of it, but at the same time, that might mean this is a pretty hard fight, and I just hope it doesn't take too long to get good enough to win. Who knows, though? I'm in this for the long haul. And until I snap. Until my mind just breaks, I am here. I don't want to do that. I don't know why I clicked that. I'm up to 15 now. I just need to get to the next day. Hopefully not lose so much from stat decay that I have to do this again. And then we can move on. 110. 10 days more than I was hoping. I think whoever told me 100 days was lying. Or they just had a better setup than me. I don't know. I can't imagine they played the game twice or like studied the meta of the game. If they did, they're nuts. Okay. Let's eat. Although I still don't think that actually affects anything. And if it does, I haven't noticed. I'm ready to fight. Okay. Best of luck. I believe in you. For how many cutscenes you get in this game, I expected a little bit more build up there. But this is fine. Oh, I see Putin is watching. I could imagine Putin being a fan of boxing, honestly. Doesn't look over. You beaten even... Yep, okay, what am I gonna do now? Everything, but now I have to go back home. I must find the killer of my... Okay, I got the medallion. Congratulations. It doesn't sound like it's over. Proving yourself worthy, blah, blah, blah. I don't care. Come on. Go, go, go. Great news. Track down your brother. Okay. Lives in a warehouse. Black mask. Okay, where was that on the story? Let's just... Okay. We're in the final chapter. That's still a disappointment because I was hoping it was over. Is this my brother? This... How would I not recognize my brother? Huh? Know exactly where to find the killer. I'll become the ultimate league champion and get in. Oh no. Who told me that? What was that my brother who just said that? That white text on black? Okay, I get it. I'm gonna have to win this island championship. My professional career. Is that not... I need a manager. Fine. Ding Kong. Funny. So, where are we? Okay, there's the manager. Yes, okay. Ding Kong. Okay, I expected a gorilla. He's black, and I don't know if they did that on purpose, because that could be taken the wrong way. Not impressed, but I like a challenge. You're friends from Russia. Did you happen to be friends with, like, the one guy in Russia? Or, like, Putin? Were you friends? I don't... Articulation is poor. It's best to be kept silent. Okay. You will live here? Oh. Got a gym in the basement. You can also bring your girlfriend. Don't have one. Sorry. You can write, right? If I say no, he'll probably won't make me do it. Can put a cross then. Huh? Oh! On the signature. I got it. We should work on your future. I have everything written here. And don't forget you're a fighter, so you need to keep practicing. Chef will make you meals. Oh, charge me. Okay. I owe you in advance. I'm not liking this at all. Vanquish all opposition on your way to the World Championship title. Oh, I see we're back to jokes. Hulk Hogan, Kin, Rio, Mighty Bruce. Yep, jokes. The thing is, I think I could probably beat all these guys. Their stats aren't that amazing. This guy could be trouble. I don't know who Modern Mike is supposed to be. So let me just get this clear. So we've got at least 5 fights, which are spaced. Can I fight right now? Can I fight right now? How do I fight? I need to do the math on this to see if I... Okay. What? This is different. Your fame needed to organize the next fight. Okay, so I need 350 fame before I can fight Modern Mike. Okay. The best way to get fame, I guess, is to shoot a movie or branded goods, but I don't have enough fame to get... Oh, no. I can throw a party, get 150 for 500 bucks. Okay, I'll do that. See... That got my hopes up a little bit. I'll admit, I saw it looked new, and I was like, ooh, is the game actually gonna do something different after all this time? But no. It's just the same as the jobs. Now I don't have enough money to do that, but I could do this to get money. Oh, so I'd go back and forth like that. Let's just try that out real quick. If this is going a bit long, it's because I'm trying to figure out whether or not I should continue. I know I said I was gonna beat it, but I underestimated this game. What's happening? I don't want to... I was trying to click on the cook. Stop. I guess the cook's just there. Eat the... Oh, why did I eat meat? No, I'm tired, not... Okay. Let's figure this out. Maybe... I'm gonna find out sort of the, how much time I can expect to put into this until we're done. And we'll see if it's worth it. Just after I finish sleeping. This is a little weird, though. You don't even close the door. This man just stands here all day. I guess he gets paid pretty well. This guy seems pretty rich. Oh, I slept too long. Don't care about the food thing. Although, since it works like work, I might get interrupted because of it. Oh. 3 times bigger than a regular chicken. Is that true? Are turkeys... I guess turkeys are pretty big. Caviar... Caviar makes you unhappy? Or does everything else make you unhappy and it makes you happy? That doesn't make sense. Neither of those make sense. I'm just gonna eat meat. Oh, wait. No, turkey's better. Well, too late. Okay. So let me do this advertisement. Said... Who cares? I don't care. Let's... Okay. Hurry it up. Let's do it. Come on. Come on. Okay, so it takes like 2 days to do that. And then I can throw a party. And that probably takes like another half a day to get the fame. Anytime now. Okay. So now I still don't have enough fame. Okay, so this is the important part, though. Let's lowball it. Let's say it takes... Why am I... It's happening more and more. Let's say it takes 3 days for me to do that little back and forth and get enough fame to get to the next guy. Okay? Assuming it takes about 3 days each time, I've got 5 fights left. 3 days to each. Assuming I win right away. This is so also not counting training time or anything, just assuming I win. That adds up to 15 days. And then, after that... Wrong one. After that, I'll need to do the island. So, what I'm saying is... I give up. This game, congratulations. You beat me. I am not willing to put any more time into this. So, sorry, anyone who wanted to see the ending. I'm sure it's just as disappointing as the rest of it. I mean, the story hasn't exactly been good so far. But this is... Okay, final thoughts. The game is boring. The music is good. The art style's alright. It's good enough. The music is good. That's... If we got a pro-con list. Pro, music's good. Another pro, the graphics are okay. Cons. It's repetitive, it's long, it costs money, which is important because remember I wouldn't finish this game for free. Let me just say that. And so it costs money. It costs like $10. That's $10 down the drain, how I see it. The writing is bad, just bad, and the story itself is bad, and everything in the game is based on something else. And it's not in like it's bad. It's just lazy. It feels lazy. It feels forced. It feels like they're trying to throw all these jokes in. So like, hey, remember this? And almost to like make their game look better because you remember the other things. I said this before. It's just recap though. And it's that almost irks me. That's probably my second most unliked thing about this game. It would go repetitiveness, and then the jokes, and then the writing, and then everything else. So that's my quick little review. Do I recommend it? No. No, I don't. For anybody. I don't recommend it for anyone. Unless, I guess... Okay. Let's be fair. Do I recommend this for the average person? No. Would I play this again? Never. No, I wouldn't. Do I recommend it to people who like... What genre is this? Boxing sims? This is about all you got, so maybe. Would I recommend this to people who like strategy games? Absolutely not. There's no strategy to it, really. It's so shallow. And just boring. Would I recommend this to people... Okay, I would recommend this to people who like grinding in games. No, I would recommend this... Okay, I thought of it. I would recommend this to someone who likes grinding in games, but doesn't like RPGs, and has patience for that kind of thing, wants to do something else while they play the game, and enjoys bad jokes. If you meet those criteria, play the game. It's perfect for you. You'll love it. If you don't meet those criteria, don't waste your money. Just buy something random on Steam, and you'll probably have a better time. That sounds harsh, but I mean that legitimately, because either you'll buy a good game, and it will just be good, and then it'll be better. You know, you'll have fun playing it, or you'll buy a bad game, but chances are it'll be an entertaining bad game. I like entertaining bad games more than I like this boring game, because at least there's something to talk about, and it's entertaining with bad games. Anyway, that's how I feel about the game. I am not playing this anymore. I look forward to Way of the Samurai 3. That'll be coming up next. I really hope that one's good. It's gotta be. I will see you guys next time.